Hi sir, good day. These are my answers about Lesson 1, Educational Policies and Applications in Teaching Multigrade Classroom. To begin with the preliminary questions. What do you think the term multigrade means? So this means that students of different grade levels are placed together with a single teacher under one roof, working independently regardless of skills, abilities, developmental levels, and needs. What term is used in your area? So actually, multigrade is not known in our area since single class is dominated. But I can hear some people call it combined classes because students from different grade levels are combined together in one classroom. For the self-assessment, from the scenario presented about multigrade classes, yes, it truly happened in community of remote areas, which I think is really a burden for a teacher. But in some cases, you would be also proud because despite the situation, you will be able to make differences in the lives of the learners. So I haven't experienced attending multi-grade classes since when I am at grade school, it's already a single class. But if multi-grade was established way back, maybe I would love to attend because I want to experience being socialized with lower and higher grade level, if it is fun or what. And the stories presented really touched my heart about the multi-grade, the situation of classroom, teachers, and students. But if I have a children, I would allow them to attend multi-grade classes as long as they would have something to learn. And if they attend such class, my way of helping them to learn better is if they are lessons that didn't understand well in school, I will help them with it. And maybe my advice for teachers in this kind of situation for my son or daughter to learn more effectively is know the individual needs, interests, and capabilities. With that, he or she can employ different methods to deliver the lesson effectively. And these are the characteristics for both monograde and multigrade. Methods and organizations is already done, so let's proceed to the relationship. For multigrade teachers, teachers appears to be part of the family unit because of the small class size. In monograde, it is difficult to develop interpersonal relationships as the school population is larger. For tutoring, multigrade peer tutoring is employed. Older learners serve as teachers and role models, while in monograde, usually group leaders assist others. For teacher training in multigrade, many teachers have no multigrade training and lack technical support, while for monograde, many are trained with government support. For the number, in multigrade, fewer children are frequently in multigrade classes, but there are different ages and different grades of different abilities. In monograde, average class size is 50 students who are of the same age and grade level, but have different abilities. In curriculum, the curriculum for multigrade is not designed for multigrade classes, while in monograde, the curriculum is geared towards monograde classes. For the remuneration, there is no special remuneration for teaching multigrade classes, while in monograde, special remuneration is possible through promotion. And for the skills in multigrade, teachers require more skills in order to handle different grades, while in monograde, fewer skills are required to handle one grade. And for the resources in multigrade, the community is often poor and cannot provide additional educational materials, while in monograde, the government often provides educational materials. To make things short, this is the summary about multigrade and monograde. Teaching in which its similarities are: learners may have different learning abilities in both classroom, schools may have the same curriculum and resources, and teachers may have the same qualifications and training programs. When it comes to their differences, multigrade needs more time for preparation and planning of daily lessons, small number of population, and specialized training is not provided, limited or no support for teachers. While in monograde, less time is needed for planning and organizing, large number of population and government provide support. When it comes to classroom management and organization techniques, some students actively engage, some more less, as they were distracted when the teacher gave instructions or lectures to other members of the class, which is a big challenge for multi-grade teachers to design activities appropriate for the different grades, ages, and ability levels of the students. For the disciplinary issues, it would be hard to select a disciplinary measure that is appropriate for a child in each situation, as there is variety of learners in multi-grade classes. And for the overall reflections, be mindful of the procedures that must be used and avoid when teaching multi-grade classes. So this is the result upon interviewing a multi-grade teacher in Bala Elementary School. For the classroom organization, the teacher had a control to her class and created a good learning environment for the learners. For the number of children and age range, she caters 18 kindergarten learners which are 5 years old and 9 grade 3 learners which are 8 years old. And the methods she used are guidance of peer learners or peer tutoring for grade 3 and supervision method for the teacher in the kinder. And she undergoes setting of standard, drill, review, and used textbooks in lecturing and sometimes PowerPoint. And the types of activities performed by the students are the teacher gives set works to the grade 3 learners while supervising or handling class to the kindergarten learners. So the support provided by the teacher, the learners, and the community is professional and social support by the teachers and continuous support by the school community. While the challenges for both teachers and students are, for teacher, double preparation and planning of daily lessons and classroom management, supervision, lack of sufficient time in handling classes, and for the learners, less direct supervision and less individual attention by the teacher. With the information and skills that I've acquired, I would consider applying it in the field of teaching, especially in multi-grade. The teacher should plan, prepare, and present the lesson to the class. Effectively apply and practice teaching skills according to the principles of education, employ various forms of communication effectively to motivate students to learn. Handle situations where I must establish various methods to cater learners' needs and interests and provide activities that somehow engaging, which fosters collaborative work that leads to socialization with peers and encourage learners to go out from their comfort zone. For the unit test, explain the concept of multi-teaching. Multi means many and grades many level. Multi-grade teaching means one teacher teaches many grades at the same time in one roof, which actually happens in schools where there are more grades than teachers. Some may teach 2 grades, but some teaches 3 or 4. So multi-grade class is one that contains 2 or more grade levels of students. It may be contrasted to a monograde class that contains only 1 grade level, which are normally the preferred unit of organization in graded school systems. So multi-grade teaching is the act of teaching different grade levels regardless of age, level, and interest that exist for necessities. Its purpose is to teach students by imparting knowledge, develop skills, inculcate desirable values and attitudes among students.